this way? Do you think this is enough? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm back in frame? Okay. Okay. Okay, we are live. We're live on YouTube now.
All right, folks, as people are settling in, before we get started, we're going to do our door prize raffle. So get out your raffle tickets. We are doing 2 sets of each. If you lost it, you can't win. I'm sorry about that. All right, so our first, if you have a red raffle ticket, get it out. The first number, 512757. We got a winner. All right, our second. You can hang out. The door prizes are coming down. All right, our second red ticket, 512749. 749. We got another winner. All right, now going over to our blue tickets. Check your blue tickets, folks. Ooh, it's horizontal. 380, 305, 305. Not a winner. Do we have a winner? 305. Check your tickets. Steph, come on down. Or the prizes will come to you. I don't know actually where they are. Keep your tickets. We'll find you later. Oh, here they come. Coach John, softball coaches with your prizes. Our final blue ticket. Check your blue tickets, folks. 380299. You didn't win again. Cecia Diaz, all the way over there. Who said that? All right, folks, we're going to get started very shortly. I just want to make sure that all of our athletes from our first group of teams, that's going to be softball, cross country, and lacrosse, are all seated in that far section. If you're in those teams and you're not with your team, then you're probably missing out. We are very shortly going to get started, just shutting the doors and one last test, and we will get going. All right, folks. You don't have to clap. That's okay. Thanks, Lauren. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Notre Dame of Maryland University's annual Student Athlete Gator Award Ceremony. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight and joining us as we celebrate all of our talented student athletes. This is our first year of doing a live stream, so hi, Mom. Also, you guys can turn around and wave to all your family and friends back home. If you didn't know, my name is David Sivany. I will be this evening's MC. It has been my pleasure to work with our student athletes this past 2 seasons as our game day coordinator, and I'm happy and honored to host this event again this year. We had an exciting year with all 9 of our teams. We made history, track. We broke records, track. And if you haven't noticed, we added a new team. You can say it with me, track. Our student athletes made some amazing plays. Where's Amethyst? She made a couple over at third base. Should have been on Sports Center. Not once, but twice, actually. We also brought home our first CSAC championships. Shout out to volleyball and lacrosse. And we had a plethora of conference awards, if you haven't looked at our program yet. In the 2018-19 season, we had over 90 student athletes participate in 145 meets, matches, and games. Our student athletes earned over 80 end of the season and weekly recognition from the Colonial States Athletic Conference. We can clap for that. That's a lot. That's a big number, folks. Before we get started with our presentation, I want to take a moment to thank our amazing coaches and staff who work day in and day out to support our student athletes, both in their academic and athletic goals. Please stand and stay standing when I call your name. Starting with Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, alumnae, Sister Sharon Sleer. Director of Athletics and Wellness, Renee Bostic. Assistant Athletic Director and Head Softball Coach, Sherry Johns. Sports Information Director and Assistant Volleyball Coach, alumnae, Catherine Subrizi. Athletic Academic Support Coordinator, Melissa Phelan. Coordinator for Student Athlete Success, Yishka Chin. Faculty Athletics Representative, Jocelyn McKeon. Head Athletic Trainer, Vince DeCrescio. Graduate Assistant Athletic Trainer, Anna Consorti. Athletic Training Student, Taylor Sager. And now for our coaching staff. Volleyball Head Coach, Henry DeTita, and assistants, Clea Antes and Grace Park and Jamie Reyes. Basketball Head Coach, Tom Gizzi, and assistants, Kaylin Wynn, Candace Hendricks, and Mike Buchanan. all the way in the back. Cross country and outdoor track and field head coach Patrick Donahue and assistants Gavin Brand and Sean Coyne. Lacrosse head coach Casey Starkloff and assistants Katie Roof and Amy Roguski. Soccer head coach Lexi Rudolph and assistant Emily Lung. And me sometimes. Field hockey head coach Candace Russ and assistant Brady Wolf. Tennis head coach Jackie Burr and assistant Monisha Davis. Softball assistant coach Paige Bodner. And transportation specialists Mike Buchanan and Ken Robinson. One more round of applause for our outstanding coaches and staff. You can now take a seat. Please accept our most sincere thanks for all your hard work and dedication to athletics at NDMU. We do have a couple special guests with us tonight. I'd like to thank Director of Risk Management and Public Safety, Gene Taylor. Each of you play a key role in our Gator community. You provide safety, transportation, facilities, funding, and spirit. We consider you members of our Gator family. Thank you for your help this year. Before we move on, I'd like to acknowledge one more part of our Gators athletic team, our unsung heroes. As our operations coordinator, it's difficult to put into words the value that our student workers brought to our team this year. Every single home game, they brought professionalism, respect, and reliability. They were on time, trustworthy, and took every opportunity to grow and learn. To our senior student workers, you will be missed. You have paved the way for our talented young staff. So starting with our 3 senior student workers, please stand and be recognized when I call your name. Peace Ani. Sammy Kastner. Tina Moutier. And our underclasswoman, Hannah Amodia. Kiera Dawson. Rena Dyson. Adriana Fletcher. Makima Elise Freeland. Anna Gamble. Bree Gibson. Jen Ono. Umu Sal. Shay Cedar. And Kiana Winston. A round of applause for our amazing student workers. I would now like to welcome junior Hannah Woodworth and sophomore Mickey Silviero to share an opening reflection.
Peaceful and loving Lord, we gather here today with our hearts filled with joy, peace, and gratitude.
As we come to the end of another academic year, we look back in gratitude for our teammates, our coaches, our fans, and all who have supported and encouraged us throughout our lives.
Thank you for our defeats as we have learned humility. Thank you for our victories as we have learned true appreciation. Thank you for our coaches who have pushed us to be the best we have learned to overcome self-doubt.
Thank you for our families, our first coaches and mentors, the ones who drove us to early morning practices and late night scrimmages, for always cheering us on as we have learned the true meaning of love.
God, we have so much to be thankful for our faith, for our friends, for our education, and for all the blessings you bestow upon us each day.
We pray in a special way for those who are graduating. May they always remember the bonds and friendships they have built and the lessons they learned as student athletes at NDMU.
As we end this season and look forward to the next year, guide our hearts and lives to transform the world.
We ask all these things through the intercession of the women for whom the university is named, Mary of Nazareth, Mother of Jesus, Notre Dame.
I'd now like to invite up our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Alumnae, Sister Sharon Sleer, and Director of Athletics and Wellness, Renee Bostic, to the podium.
I'd like to greetings to student athletes, coaches, administrators, parents, friends, and family. It has been my pleasure to be a part of the Notre Dame athletics community this season, watching our student athletes thrive in the classroom and in the sports. It is an absolute honor to work for a talented group of young student athletes that are fiercely dedicated to Notre Dame. The Notre Dame campus community, day in and day out, witness the time and effort you put in to pursue excellence in all that you do. For many of you, those long hours not only include homework and practice, but working multiple jobs, caring for family, and supporting yourself physically and mentally. The college experience is what you choose to make in every aspect. Take the time you have now to embrace change and invoke to the people that will transform the world. There are opportunities waiting for you around every corner, opportunities that can be disguised as obstacles, but they turn out to be opportunities. We know that the time you spent at Notre Dame and as a student athlete has prepared you for what is to come. The campus community is immensely proud of all your accomplishments this year in all its forms. Continue to impress and inspire the world around you and forever be a fearless Gator. Thank you and welcome.
Greetings, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to bring you greetings tonight at our 18-19 Student Athlete Gator Awards. This year was filled with a lot of exciting times, a lot of the parents that we saw on the sidelines and the stands. I marvel every time that I see our students out there competing because they truly embody what it truly means to be a student athlete. They put the same hard work that they put in out on the fields and the courts as they do in the classroom. So as a community, we come here tonight to celebrate our accomplishments, to cheer, to laugh, maybe even to cry, and to enjoy this moment as we continue to celebrate our student athletes. I leave with the phrase that I always say to our students: continue to always do better and be better. Go Gators.
All right, for those of you who have not been with us before, as you can see in your program, we're going to do things a little differently this year. We'll be breaking up our 9 sports into groups of 3 for our coaches to talk about their teams. So starting off with our first team portion, I'd like to now invite the 2018 cross-country team. First-year members are November Buchanan, Christy Kinjura, Kayla Moses Santiago. And second-year members, Hannah Campbell, Janae Fernandez, Victoria Ladowick, Christine Roa, Jeanette Rosales Blanco, and Tavia Williams. And now in his 3rd season, the cross-country team head coach, Patrick Donahue. He is joined today by his assistant, Gavin Brand.
Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you here tonight. I just want to start off thanking the administration, thanking the athletics department for making all this happen, for believing in our athletes, going the extra mile so often on so many days, often functioning behind the scenes without a whole lot of notice to make all this happen. So I'm very grateful for you and for all that you do to make these seasons possible. More than anything, I'm grateful for our athletes. I'm grateful especially for these young women who I'm sharing the stage with here tonight. Cross country is a different sport than most. There are a lot of sports out there where you can get by on talent, but cross country is one of those sports where it is hard work every day and only ever hard work. And so the amount of hard work that you put in is the return that you get for this sport. And these ladies put in a tremendous amount of hard work this season, starting for many of them in the summer and training all the way through the fall season. I can't even begin to think the amount of miles that they have run, probably in several hundred miles that they've run throughout the season in order to prepare for a cross-country season, and often with not a lot of flash and not a lot of grandeur, but they put in the hard work and had a tremendously successful season this year. This was the third year of our cross-country program. The first 2 years, we pretty much came in dead last in every meet that we participated in. And then came this year. And specifically, I can remember the Gator Invitational that we go to every year. And to our surprise, at the very end of that invitational, we learned that we took second place at that invitational. We were able to bring home the first hardware for our trophy case this year from that invitational. And then, of course, towards the end of the season comes the CSAC Championship. We came in fourth overall, missing third place by 2 points and second place by only 10 points. So just a tremendous season of growth for our cross-country team. Not to mention finishing the season in the snow at NCAA Regional Championships, which is a memory they'll never forget. Just a couple things to make mention of. As you can see in your program, we had 6 CSAC all-academic teams members, so certainly dedication in the classroom is represented on this stage. Also, props to Hannah Campbell for getting our CSAC Sportsmanship Award this year. But there's 3 specific awards that we want to award here tonight. The first is our most improved runner, and whenever we think about the most improved runner, I always like to think about the runner that surprises us most throughout the season, and that also is the runner that often surprises herself the most throughout the season as well. This specific young lady started out the season running the 6K in about 37 minutes. By the end of the season, she was running the 6K in about 31 minutes, which is a 6-minute improvement over the season. So this year's most improved athlete is Janae Fernandez. Our next award is the Coaches Award. This goes to a young woman who we recruited in her high school career, and when she came to visit Notre Dame, she didn't talk a whole lot. And when she first moved in, she didn't talk a whole lot. So we wondered, is she just a really quiet person? And then about 2 seasons in, we discovered not at all. In fact, this young woman in many ways became the heart and soul of our team. She demonstrated a tremendous amount of hard work, a lot of experience for cross country, but she also brought a lot of just joy and excitement to the team. So this year's Coaches Award goes to November Buchanan. Our last award winner goes to our most valuable runner. In our first meet of the season at the Mustang Invitational at Stevenson University, she set the school record for the 4K. She then beat her own record later in the season at the Long Short Invitational, and that just became a pattern throughout the season. Pretty much every race she ran in, she set a new school record. setting the final school record at Hood College, at the Hood College Invitational. She got all sorts of conference awards. She was 10th overall at the CSAC Championship, which is the highest ever finish of a Notre Dame athlete. She got all sorts of CSAC honorable mentions, second team all-conference. But more than anything, what I appreciate about this athlete was her dedication, her hard work. She cared deeply about her performance and her team. She fought hard in every race. She was gritty. She was competitive. She's exactly what you want in a cross-country runner. Our most valuable runner this year goes to Christy Kinjora.
Thank you, Patrick. Up next is our 2019 softball team, who tied a program record in wins and had 3 student athletes named to the second team All-CSAC. This year's softball team members are first-year members Jody Bronishaw, Ana E. Contreras, Sarah Haley, Macy Lopez, Morgan McCafferty, Emily Poist, and Amethyst Stevens. You can come on up, softball. Second-year members, Rena Dyson, Maya Lazaro, Samantha Maguez-Tolliver, and Lucy Palvanelle. Third-year members, Issa Karanungan, Nadia Hopkins, and Hunter King. And fourth-year member, Sammy Kastner. And now in her 5th season, softball head coach, Sherry Johns. She is joined today by her assistant coach, Paige Bodner.
You guys can smush a little if you need to. All right, so as David mentioned, I've been here for 5 years now, so this is a little different scene for me than I'm used to as well, so I do prefer the smaller stage over at Doyle, but I'll work with this here tonight. Like Patrick said, I want to thank the administration. He literally stole my words, and I proved it to him that I wanted to thank everyone for working behind the scenes. For our department, it's really important that we make the best possible experience every game for our student athletes, day in and day out, whether it's texting Catherine at 11 p.m. because stats are wrong and trying to get them updated, or showing up to the field hours early to throw some turfus down to make sure we're able to play. We have the most supportive department, and that happens day in, day out for our student athletes, so I think they deserve a very large round of applause. I would also like to thank my assistant coach, Paige, here. She's been with us for 2 seasons, and the best assistant coach we have seen here, and she is leaving us to go to vet school next year, so she leaves some big shoes to fill for us. So this team definitely led an interesting season, we'll say that. We started off with some very strong conference wins. We had a comeback win early on in our season, and this team actually finished with tied for the highest wins throughout in school history. So a very successful season on the field for this team. And offensively, we finished with the highest team batting average. We had 4 players hitting over 400 this season, which is huge. We also finished with the most RBIs in school histories and the most doubles. And then on the mound, our pitching staff combined for the lowest ERA in school history and just completely destroyed the most strikeouts in a season as well. So. A couple key players, but truly a team effort all around. And we have 3 that are leaving us next year, so I want to give a quick shout out to them. Maya, Hunter, and Sammy, you guys will be greatly missed next year, and we appreciate all of your hard work the last couple years. So. All right, our first award we're going to give out is our Most Improved Player Award. This player, I would say we probably had no idea what we were going to get out of her this season. She came to us in the fall for a couple practices and had just a little bit of experience in softball. She borrowed a pair of cleats and really worked hard throughout the entire season. One of the greatest things we liked about her was her attitude and her coachability. She was really that player that you could see her really applying what we were trying to teach her every practice. And whether it was taking extra balls or, working with other softball players on the team to make herself better, she was doing it constantly throughout the season. And that was whether she was starting or not. And, that paid off for her. And shortly into our season, she earned herself a starting position for us. So, I joke with her a little bit this season about how she turned herself into a true softball player, but we're really proud of what she accomplished this year, and we look forward to what she's going to accomplish the next 3 seasons. So congratulations, Em. This season, again, like last season, we voted on awards, and we are going to issue co-MVPs this season. It was a really even race the whole way. So the first player that I'd like to recognize was a huge threat offensively and defensively for us. It was her first season with the team, and she finished on the top of the team in a lot of offensive stats and on the top of the CSAC in several offensive categories as well. On the mound, she really rewrote the entire record book for us. She finished with the lowest ERA. She has more strikeouts in one season than any pitcher has had here in their entire career. But it goes a lot further than that with this player. She has this quiet leadership ability and a strong work ethic that's really going to make her a standout softball player here, more so than she's already done for herself. She received second team All-CSAC as a utility player, and congratulations, Jody. All right, and lastly, last but certainly not least, she was also a staple offensively and defensively. She finished with the team's best fielding percentage this year and had the most RBI and doubles this season. She was recognized as second team All-CSAC catcher. And this rounds out a very impressive career for her. She's been a 3-year captain for me, and she started every game and played every inning of her 114 games here. She's at the top of pretty much every offensive category for her career, including hits, doubles, RBIs, and batting average. Aside from her accomplishments on the field, I think anyone who is around the athletic department knows her well enough to know how great of a student athlete she really has been for us. And I, as her being my first recruit here, will definitely miss her next year, and hope her teammates kind of step up in the shoes she left to fill. So congratulations, Sammy.
it. She got the juice. Stay right there. Stay right there.
Thanks, Coach Johns. It's now time to introduce the 2019 lacrosse team. This year's team was relentless all season long, truly earning their way to the program's first CSAC championship. Please welcome on stage this year's lacrosse team. First-year members, Vanessa Dunn, Makima Elise Freeland, Julie Haggis, Katie Hawkins, Stephanie Morgan, Julianne Marks, and Hannah Woodworth. Second-year members, Kalena Colley, Marie Salas, Michaela C., and Mickey Silviero. Third-year members, Kayla Becker, Lauren Pardo, and Jess Wells. And fourth-year members, P. Sani, Megan Morales, and Kirsten McGee. And now in her second season, lacrosse head coach Casey Starkloff. She is joined today by her assistant coaches, Casey Roof and Amy Roguski.
Oh my God. Are you guys ready? All right, so first I would like to say that this is the biggest roster that we've had in over 5 years at Notre Dame, so I think that's an awesome thing to point out, that we have 18 willing student athletes who work hard in the classroom and on the lacrosse field every single day. So I really want to start with giving them a round of applause, please. I would like to also say thank you to Catherine and David for organizing this amazing event tonight, and honestly, your hard work is definitely shown through this. And also thank you to the Administration Athletic Department for everything that you do. You are greatly appreciated, and the amazing work is definitely recognized. So, oh yeah, we can give that, yeah, round of applause. So, where to begin? This amazing, talented group of young women this season had its ups and downs, lots of yelling, lots of frustrated moments, even crying at some times. But this group came back every single day ready to work and to get better. As a coaching staff, we could not be more proud of this team. Just some quick accolades I would love to share with you all. We had 3 first-team players, 2 second-team players, 1 sportsmanship team member, a player of the year, and a rookie of the year. So we went from, in the CSAC tournament, we went from being the underdog to being the top dog by crushing Keystone in the CSAC finals, and did that feel good? And then the next is our first round of NCAAs that we will be facing Westminster on Saturday, and I know this team is ready for any challenge they face, and as coaches, and I'm assuming as a team, we cannot wait to beat them on Saturday. All right, so on to the team awards. So the first award is the Unsung Hero Award. Kalena Colley is the definition of unsung hero, which is someone, in definition, who does a great job yet receives a little to no recognition. She was, I can't even put into words how great she was for this team. She stepped into goal after Marie got a concussion, and she did a fantastic and phenomenal job being the backbone of the defense. She was very vocal. She had wonderful insight and points to the team, and I know that she was going through a lot at the moment, and I could not be more proud as a coach to have coached her this entire season. So the next award is a Heart of a Champion. This is new for this year, and Kayla Becker, in our eyes, is a champion who plays with a lot of heart. She has dealt with this entire season with a torn meniscus, and she does not look like she has a torn meniscus when she plays. She gives me the death stare every single time I take her out of the game, and I swear she may kill me, honestly, with her being out. She gives it her all. She's relentless. She's disciplined. She communicates on the defensive end. She's knowledgeable, and she's a wonderful teammate. And honestly, she, in my opinion, is a champion, and she has a lot of heart on the lacrosse field. And I couldn't be more proud of her, and definitely sad to see her go. So the last award is the most valuable player. This senior member of the team, in my opinion, has been the face of the team for the past 4 years. This year, she earned Player of the Year, first team All-CSAC. She's also second in the NCAA for goals per game, first in CSAC for goals per game, points per game, draw controls per game. In her career here at Notre Dame, total, she has over 286 goals and over 347 draw controls. And that is amazing and fantastic. If you know the game of lacrosse, sometimes it is very hard to even get one goal if you're getting face guarded by the best defenders on the opposing team. Megan Morales, in definition, is everything you can ever imagine that you want to coach. She is the hardest worker. She would do anything to help her teammates out on the field. She's coachable. She is determined. She's disciplined. She's relentless. Every single character trait you can imagine, this defines her. And it's going to be extremely sad to see her go, but I'm extremely happy that her younger sister will be joining us next year. But she is an amazing lacrosse player, and she will definitely be missed this year, but she definitely deserves the Most Valuable Player award for our team. Go Gators!
You have to go sit with your field hockey team.
You guys don't, you can go sit wherever you want now. Thank you, Casey. At Notre Dame of Maryland University, every effort is made to provide the student athlete with a quality academic and athletic experience. Student athletes are challenged both in the classroom and in their sport to engage in transformative experiences and strive for both personal and team success. At NDMU, we know that participation in athletics is a major indicator of academic success. This past fall, Notre Dame of Maryland University had 31 student athletes named to the Colonial States Athletic Conference All-Academic Team as announced by the conference in January. Each of the 4 fall teams had no less than 6 players named All-Academic. To receive this honor, student athletes had to have had a GPA of 3.20 or higher during the 2018 fall semester. Notre Dame field hockey had a fall leading 9 honors, followed by soccer and volleyball, each with 8 and 6 from cross country. Of the 31 student athletes, the freshman class led with 11 honorees, followed by 9 sophomores, 7 juniors, and 4 seniors. Over 74% of the honorees were from science majors. The 31 student athletes honors accounts for half of the fall student athlete population, with the collective group finishing with a 3.102 GPA. The volleyball program led all fall teams with a team GPA of 3.382. Notre Dame was one of 5 schools in the CSAC to have more than half of their student athlete population named to the CSAC All-Academic Team. Listed on the screens and in your program are those student athletes who earned CSAC All-Academic honors. At the conclusion of the spring semester, winter and spring sport all-academic teams will be tallied and announced. At the end of the school year, the team with the highest GPA earned the Mary Ann O'Donnell Team Academic Achievement Award. At Notre Dame Day this year, the 2017 and 18 lacrosse team was honored with the Mary Ann O'Donnell Award. Several more student athletes were recognized at Notre Dame Day for their excellence in the classroom, including Lily Gordon, Megan Morales, Tavia Williams, and Christine Roa. Just over 2 weeks ago, over 10 student athletes presented at Nancy Creeder Research Day, where student athletes presented on the semester-long projects in their field. Can I please have a round of applause for all the accomplishments our student athletes have had in the classroom all season long? In the fall of 2014, Notre Dame was accepted as a charter member of Chi Alpha Sigma, the National College Athlete Honor Society. Chi Alpha Sigma encourages good citizenship, high moral character, and high academic achievement in college athletics. In order to be inducted into this honor society, student athletes must be of a junior or senior academic status and have a cumulative GPA of 3.40 or higher, and must have earned a varsity letter by participating in intercollegiate athletics at NDMU. We are proud tonight to induct our 5th class of Chi Alpha Sigma members. Seniors will be given a medal to wear with their graduation regalia, and juniors will receive a certificate to honor their achievement. I would now like to welcome Athletic Academic Support Coordinator Melissa Phelan and Coordinator for Student Athlete Success Yishka Chin to help present these honors.
Student athletes, when your name is called, please come to the stage to receive your award. Our juniors being inducted to the Chi Alpha Sigma class are Kiera Moe, Lauren Pardo, Colette Pierce, Jessica Wells, Tavia Williams, and Hannah Woodworth. And now, for our student athletes who will receive a medallion to wear at graduation. Kirsten McGee, Megan Morales, Christine Roa, and Justice Walrath. At Notre Dame, we value the student-athlete experience and all that comes with the process. Our student athletes that we honor today, who are being inducted into Chi Alpha Sigma, have demonstrated their commitment to both their sport and academics, and they have thrived. The delicate balance of playing sports and succeeding in the classroom is not a feat to be taken lightly. Missed class time, long bus trips, and early AM practices did not deter our student athletes from striving for excellence. Wear your regalia proudly at graduation and be humbled in knowing how far your dedication has brought you. Congratulations again to all our inductees to Chi Alpha Sigma.
Good evening.
Okay, so I want to start out by thanking this remarkable group of student athletes. So when I call your name, please come to the stage. Taylor Binion, Haley Cook, Isabella DeLasta, Vanessa Dunn, Emma Jordan, Macy Lopez, Emily Poise, Justice Warath, and Emily Garzon. You can do it. Okay, so these student athletes, they not only held their Okay, I'll wait. Okay, so I want to recognize and thank my peer mentors. In this spring, we started a mentoring program called Gator Max, and Max stands for Mentoring for Academic Excellence. And the mission of the Gator Max is to provide mentoring and support to first-year and sophomore athletes, encouraging them to set and reach their academic goals. These student athletes not only held their own GPAs high, but also took their time to volunteer to help their teammates with extra tutoring and mentorship. You all made an important impact to your teams in the classroom, and you embody what it means to be a Notre Dame woman, and I thank you.
Back to our team portion of the night. This team came into the season with something to prove and blew their competition out of the water by winning the first ever volleyball CSAC championship. This year's volleyball first-year members are Jody Bronishaw, Angel Carino, Sarah Few, Emma Jordan, Alyssa Kern, and Stephanie Morgan. Second-year members, Hannah Amodia, Anna Gamble, Michaela Sheedy, Bracelle Taganis, and Sarah Sweet. And third-year members, Kaylee Davis and Mary Marquez. And now in his 12th season, head volleyball coach Henry DeTita. He is joined today by his assistant coaches, Catherine Tabrizi and Grace Park.
Thank you, everybody. Somebody taking over for Catherine, or is she stuck down there? All right. So I didn't realize till tonight how much we had in common with the lacrosse team. After listening to Casey, we only have one senior, but her younger sister is also joining us next year. We also played Keystone in the finals and handed them another defeat. And I think the key to the whole thing, though, was that we also had Stephanie Morgan on our team. So, for all the other coaches out there, you may want to talk to Stephanie. I didn't realize what our team had really done this year until I kind of looked and started to think about what I wanted to say tonight. And I'm going to use a word now that in the 12 years I've been coaching, I've never used talking about my team, and that is dominant. They started the season on a 10-0 run before having what we'll call a rough patch and losing 4 matches out of 8. And then they finished on an 11-0 run. So 2 runs alone, 21 matches won. In the CSAC, we went 10-0, including the playoffs. But even more impressive than that, I think most of you know that you have to win 3 out of 5 games to win a match, and they went 30-3. There are a lot of accolades up there. We've got one honorable mention, CSAC. We've got 2 second-team CSAC players, and we have 2 first-team players. We also have a Rookie of the Year standing up here, and we also have a Player of the Year standing up here. So, round of applause for all those ladies. And lastly, too, of course, we did get the MVP of the CSAC playoff tournament as well. So. I want to talk a little bit about some of the other players as well, some of the new players. We lost a great group of seniors before this year, so we weren't sure what was going to happen. The group that we lost had won more games than anybody else in the CSAC, and that's kind of tough to replace. But we had a great freshman class. I'm going to talk a little bit about Jody, Emma, Stephanie, and Angel, who all contributed, worked hard, and I've said this about 1 or 2 players in the past, but this group would have played on almost every other team that I coached a lot. Like, they would have been starters, they would have been great players, and they worked really hard to push our players that did get to play a little bit more. So just want to give you ladies a big thanks out there, because I put you in some tough spots at times. So thank you. Hannah, who basically coached what we like to call our baby back row, which we just mentioned. She was the glue for our team, and someone that I don't think we win without. She also played some tough spots coming in the middle of matches to serve, and had to perform, basically after sitting for a while. So thank you for that. Anna, who stepped up to be a starter this year. She was a role player last year, and I think played every match this year, every set, I believe. So she stepped up big time, helping the team win. Sarah Few came from a junior college, and I think we pushed Sarah probably harder than she's been pushed before. Asked her to do some things that she hadn't been asked to do before, and as the season progressed, you could really see her grow and start leading the team, which was great. So thank you for that. And for our one senior, Russell, who we asked over the summer, just kind of flippantly, like, hey, why don't you work on your setting over the summer, just in case Sarah needs a little rest. Russell became one of our regular setters. She hit right side, and when Sarah Sweet missed a few games with a concussion, we asked Russell to step in and play that side, and we went 5-0 with Russell playing a position she hadn't played all year. So she left us for a year to join the Army, came back as our real Swiss Army knife, so to speak. So I want to thank you for that. Now, for the ladies that did get noticed by the outside world, Michaela, for getting honorable mention and being one of the top blockers and girls as far as hitting percentage goes in the conference. Congratulations. Mary and Alyssa for making second team all conference, and Alyssa also for being the Rookie of the Year in the conference. Congratulations. Kaylee Davis making first team all conference as an outside hitter, and our other outside hitter, Sarah Sweet, for making first team all conference and being the most valuable player in the conference as well. Congratulations. I'm kind of back-ending this, but I want to thank the administration as well for everything they did for us this year with game days, getting us to our places, things like that. Thank you very much. My assistant coaches, Grace, Clea, and Jamie, who couldn't be here, and of course, Catherine, who's hiding in the corner over there. And since no one else stole my thunder, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So, everybody get it out. Aw. All right, now for our team awards. The first one's going to be our most improved player. This one is a little different from us. Normally it's someone who wasn't playing much at the beginning of the season and then found their way on the court a little more. This player was more like a from good to great type situation, and that is our freshman Alyssa Kearns. The next award is voted on strictly by the team, and we do a Best Teammate Award. And I talked a little bit about her already, but I want to congratulate Hannah Amodia. And the last award is voted on by the players as well. We put all the pressure on them, and that is our most valuable player, and that is Sarah Sweet. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. Moving forward, it's now time to introduce the 2018 field hockey team, a team who won their first CSAC game in 5 years. This year's field hockey team members are manager Hunter King, first-year members Kelsey Campbell, Vanessa Dunn, Makima Elise Freeland, Kiara Houghton, Katie Hawkins, Fallon Katz, Sydney Lewis, Licia Marcano, Alyssa Wilkerson-Dietz, and Kiana Winston. Second-year members, Kalena Colley, Kiara Dawson, Emily Garzon, Samantha Kastner, and Michaela C. And third-year members, Jessica Wells. And fourth-year members, Peace Ani, Kayla Becker, and Megan Morales. And now in her first season, field hockey head coach Candace Russ and assistant coach Brady Wolf.
Hi, I'm Candace. This is my first year with the field hockey team, and I just wanted to say that from the very beginning, I was very impressed with their willingness to accept me and to learn from me. And they have worked incredibly hard throughout our season, and they committed to getting better, and through that, they were able to make tremendous gains throughout the season. I think each person made personal growth, and we were able to come together as a team. So I'm very proud of their accomplishments with our first CSAC win in 5 years, and I'm excited to see what happens next year. But I did want to say thank you to our seniors for all of the leadership and all the hard work that you guys have done for our program. So we'll miss you guys next year, just to say. You better. So we're going to move on to our awards, if David will bring them to me. Oh, yeah, great. Just kidding, everyone. So for the Coaches Award, this person worked really hard and came to practice each day wanting to get better and making personal commitments to do that. And even after practice, sometimes she'd head out to the gym to continue to work on her fitness and her skills. And she just always committed to doing the little things that amounted to a lot. And even though she's kind of quiet, she is exactly what you want on a team. She's always working for the team, and she puts herself aside to make sure that the team is able to be successful. And that person is not here with us, but it is Alyssa Wilkerson-Dietz. And for our Unsung Hero Award, there's just not enough that I can say about the work ethic of this player. She consistently gives 110% at every single practice, at every single game, fighting through injuries, and she plays wherever we put her without any sort of complaints, and she just always puts her team above her own needs. And even when she's not being recognized for the hard work that she does and just the little things that really amount to making the team better, she just continues to be positive and push other people to be better, and I'm just really proud of all the work that she's done, and that's Michaela C. Oh, yeah. And then for our okay, no problem. Then for our MVP, this player just has everything that you look for in an athlete. She has the work ethic that you hope that your players have. She has passion. She communicates with her teammates, dedication, and just grinds it out. Even her teammates, she comes back and helps them to get better, giving them advice, and she just is an incredible leader on and off the field. So she leads in many of the offensive stats at Notre Dame and in the CSAC conference, and there's just not enough positive things that I can say about Megan Morales, and it would be very difficult to fill your shoes next season. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace. I would now like to re-invite Coach Donahue back up here as I introduce our inaugural outdoor track and field team, who set a school record at just about every meet this year, including at the CSAC Championships just 2 days ago. This year's outdoor track and field team members are Destiny Burks, Taylor Binion, Hannah Campbell, Taylor Epps, Janae Fernandez, Adriana Fletcher, Brianna Gibson, Candy Harrison, Victoria Ladowick, Kayla Moses Santiago, Kiera Mull, Emily Pepin, Christine Roa, Brianna Robinson, Jeanette Rosales Blanco, Umu Sal, Corelli Sanchez Martinez, and Justice Walrath. And now, in his first season as the outdoor track and field coach, Patrick Donahue. He is joined today by his assistant, Sean Coyne. I'll bring up here.
All right, generally when I like to reflect on a season, I like to get some distance from the season, and we haven't had a whole lot of distance considering we just finished this past Sunday. But I did try to reflect on the bus ride home. This was truly a remarkable season. As most of you know, this is the first year for track and field here at Notre Dame. And so our slogan throughout the season was to make history. And we certainly did that in a lot of different ways. Most of the young women up here, I'd say probably 3/4 of them, had never run track and field before, and yet were willing to step to the line and represent the university and race this year and get a lot of experience as they went along the way. At times, to be honest, it felt like the team was holding together with zip ties and duct tape, but we did finally make it to our conference championship. And what I would draw your attention to, I'm not going to make mention of it, but the fact, if you see on that board, all those honors we got throughout the season for a brand new track and field team within the conference is pretty remarkable. In fact, I had other coaches come up to me at our conference championship and could not believe that it was our first season of track and field here at the university. So this Sunday, as we had the long drive home from Keystone, we were awful tired, but I was also just reflecting on the season and being grateful, of course, for the administration that I thanked before for allowing track and field to happen here at the university, but mostly for these athletes, again, for their willingness to step into something that they had never done before, most of them, to pull on the jersey that says Gators on it and to represent this university well in a brand new sport. They built a foundation here at the university for track and field that's going to bear fruit for many seasons. So there had to be a first team. Why not us? That was our slogan this year. Infinitely grateful for each one of them. We love each one of them and are thankful for the foundation that they've laid here at the university. Our most improved award is the one we'll tackle the first. This goes to a young woman who prioritized practice throughout the season. She had never run track before, but she did everything with a smile, everything that we asked her to do. I think throughout the season, as many of our athletes did, she discovered a love for track and field and a love for competition. I think she will be a tremendous track athlete in the future. She's a middle distancer, which isn't always a very easy discipline to be engaged in, but she did it wonderfully. Unfortunately, she couldn't be with us for the very last meet of the season, so we felt her absence, but we could not have been more proud of her progress throughout the season. So our most improved runner goes to Taylor Binion. Our Coaches Award goes to a young woman I've known for a couple of years now. She always told us how much she loved track and field, and we got to see it firsthand this year. She wound up taking third place in the 400 hurdles at our championship, which is no easy event to participate in. Fifth in the open 400, third place in the 4x400 relay. Another one who prioritized practice, hard work. She had a wonderful spirit, and in many ways she provided the leadership and the experience on a team that really needed it, a team that was finding its way. She became a rock-solid foundation for us. Our Coaches Award goes to Adamari Sanchez Martinez, who we know as Corelli. Our last award could have gone to a lot of athletes because everybody in many ways was very valuable. I'd encourage you to go on our website. There's this great image that was put together by Catherine of all of the Gator athletes that stood on a podium this weekend, and it was a ton of them. And so it was very hard to determine who is the most valuable. But at the end of the day, this young lady was on the podium for the 400 hurdles, in which she was the CSAC conference champion. She was also on the podium for the open 400 and the 4x400. She set several school records, obviously, throughout the season. In many ways, she's a very stoic person, obviously. She doesn't show a lot of emotion. But one of the best moments throughout the season was seeing her stand on the podium, receiving the medal for the conference champion, and she was beaming as a result of that. And she'd be embarrassed that I would say that. But again, she's another one who prioritized practice, who was a tremendous asset to this team, brought in a lot of experience, and in so many ways, she was our most valuable athlete. This award goes to Brianna Gibson.
At this time, we'd like to recognize some remarkable achievements by our Gators off the field and out of the classroom. These student athletes have embraced every aspect of the college experience, and their hard work on extracurricular activities does not go unnoticed. Several of our student athletes participated in off-campus opportunities this year and held some important roles in not only transforming themselves, but their world and peers around them. In April, senior Megan Morales, freshman Say Cedar, and Kiana Winston attended the Maryland Association of Collegiate Directors of Athletics Student Leader Forum. This event gave them the opportunity to learn about the importance of resume building and heard from former student athletes in the workplace post-graduation. In March, Winston joined junior Issa Karanungan at the Ethnic Minority Careers in Athletics Symposium, an event for students who are inspiring or just beginning a career in athletics. The program aimed to enrich participants' skill, expand their professional network, and promote the recruitment and retention of ethnic minorities within athletics, including the intercollegiate setting. Karanungan was also accepted into the 2019 NCAA Division III Student Immersion Program, a select group of 40 ethnic minority student athletes from across all Division III institutions. With this opportunity, she attended the 2019 NCAA Convention in Orlando, Florida, along with her teammate, senior Sammy Kastner. Sammy serves as the NCAA Student Athlete Advisory Committee representative for the Colonial States Athletic and Empire 8 Athletic Conferences. Kastner was also nominated to represent the student athletes as a member of the NCAA Division III Management Council. At this time, I'd like to now invite NDMU SAC President, National SAC Representative, and softball and field hockey team member Sammy Kastner, who will talk about this year's SAC. Nationally, across all three divisions, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee serves as the student arm of the athletic department. At NDMU, the SAC is comprised of representatives from all 9 sports. Major functions of the SAC are fundraising, philanthropy, and promoting solid communication between the student athletes, coaches, and the campus community. This evening, we would like to recognize and thank them for their service and contributions to the department and university.
Now, I would like to introduce you to this year's SAC representatives, starting with our executive board. Please join me on stage. Vice President Hannah Woodworth. Secretary Samantha Miguez-Tolliver. And Treasurer Megan Morales. And for the rest of our representatives, please stand up when your name is called. From cross country, Christine Rowe and Hannah Campbell. From soccer, Mickey Silverio and Julie Haggis. From volleyball, Hannah Amodia and Sarah Sweet. From basketball, Tina Moutier, Kiara Dawson, Adriana Fletcher, Taylor Epps, and Kalena Cawley. From lacrosse, Marie Salas and Jessica Wells. From field hockey, Kayla Becker and Katie Hawkins. From outdoor track and field, Hannah Campbell and Omu Sao. From softball, Nadia Hopkins and Macy Lopez. And our amazing advisor, Catherine Sabrizi. You guys can sit down. This year was a pivotal year for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Our primary goal for the year was to unite the student athletes at Notre Dame. Our second goal of the year was to fundraise. To accomplish this, we had 2 major campaigns, Bingo Night and Jewelry Charms. As a committee, we held numerous events, and some of my favorites being the open gyms, glow-in-the-dark dodgeball, movie night, a powder puff game, and a Chipotle night. In the fall, we held our first annual Gator Against Cancer Bingo. This bingo night took weeks of preparation, and SAC worked extremely hard to gather outside donations and had over 100 people in attendance. We were fortunate enough to raise over $200 that was donated to the American Cancer Society. We also worked on broadening our Division III partnership with the Special Olympics and are planning for more events this upcoming year. In February, we sent 15 student athletes to the Lehigh Valley Polar Plunge, and our athletes helped raise more than $1,300 to the Special Olympics of Pennsylvania. The CSAC raised almost $2,000 combined. We also had several other Special Olympic events when hosting Special Olympic athletes to our volleyball and basketball games. This spring, we worked very hard to fundraise in order to achieve our SAC backpack goal. We held a bracelet fundraiser and was able to raise over $1,000 for the student athletes at Notre Dame. We successfully raised enough money for our SAC backpacks, and we are super proud to show them off. #SACPack. To celebrate D3 Week, which is the first week in April, we wrote thank you notes to our professors and broadcasted hype videos of some of our athletes. In addition to our campus-wide SAC, I am fortunate enough to be a member of the NCAA National Division III Student Athlete Advisory Committee. I proudly represent the student athletes of the Colonial State Athletic Conference and the Empire 8 Conference. As a national SAC, we have 4 meetings a year in Indianapolis where we meet and discuss important association-wide and Division III issues and legislation. I also sit in on the Committee of Women in Athletics and the Committee on Competitive Safeguards and Medical Aspect of Sports. This November, I was privileged enough to be elected by my peers on National SAC to the Division III Management Council and am one of 2 student athletes to represent all of Division III. I would now like to introduce next year's SAC Executive Board. Your President, Hannah Amodia. Vice President, Sam Miguez-Tolliver. Treasurer, Mickey Silverio. And Secretary, Kalena Cawley. It has been my honor to serve as your president these past 2 years. SAC was a large part of my student-athlete experience, and I encourage everyone to get involved if they can. Good luck next year, and thank you. Hashtag SAC is life.
We are now in our final stretch of our team awards portion. It is now time to introduce the 2018 soccer team, some of which still cannot believe that I am their coach. I guess I can speak for myself when saying how hard this team worked and came together this season. This year, soccer team members are first-year members Gina Alfano, Haley Cook, Cecia Diaz, Kimberly Griffith, Kayla Grube, Julie Haggis, Jessica Martinez, Trinity Pfeiffer, Colette Pierce, Julianne Marks, Layla Snyder, Emily Starkey, Amethyst Stevens, and Andrea Zuluaga. Second-year members, Mickey Silviero and Maddie Stoner. Third-year members, Lauren Pardo and Hannah Woodworth. And fourth-year members, Megan Connor and Lily Gordon. And now in her first season as head coach, Lexi Rudolph, joined by her assistant, Emily Lung. And I think Lexi's going to make me stay up here, so I will.
I won't be that long, I promise. So before I begin, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and supporting not only our soccer student athletes, but also all of Notre Dame's student athletes. I know Tuesday night isn't always the best night to come out, so thank you guys for that. I also want to recognize and thank the members of the athletic department for their consistent support and encouragement of not only the soccer team, but also myself and my coaching staff. As a first-year head coach, this type of environment was greatly appreciated, and I can't thank you all enough. Now, turning your attention to our soccer program, it was quite a year of growth for us, and the returners on the team know what I'm talking about. We began preseason in late August, and I don't know that anyone would have been able to predict the amount of challenges this team would face and overcome throughout the season. Even with a big roster, we were plagued by injuries and poor weather throughout the year. Through all of that, we managed to pull out a double overtime win against Gallaudet, become much more competitive within the conference, and fight back in close games, namely our game against Bryn Athyn and our game against Keystone. And we started to make a cultural shift as a program that has made us closer as a family, both on and off the field. And tonight we're excited to celebrate some of those achievements. Before I go on to our award winners, I just want to recognize every member of this team. You all played a pivotal part in the cultural shift that has happened and is continuing to happen. And David, Emily, and I are so happy to have you all as part of the team. And our award recipients tonight were some of the cornerstones of our success and growth this year. Before we present the little plaques, I'd like to recognize 2 players who received internal team awards when we did our banquet this fall. Lily Gordon was recognized as the best teammate this past year for her dedication and commitment to the program, despite having foot surgery over the summer and only playing for half of the year. She was still at every game in practice, encouraging her teammates along and pushing this team forward. And as a 4-year member of the team, she's seen this program struggle a lot, and it means a lot to still have her here. And Hannah Woodworth was recognized as the unsung hero for the team for her guidance of the back line and organizational skills off the field. Being a defender is tough, and that is one of the most underappreciated positions in the sport, but Hannah embraced her role and always showed up for her teammates. Thank you, Lily and Hannah. Our first award tonight is our Rookie of the Year award. This student athlete was someone who joined our program rather quickly,
but I knew she would play a crucial role as soon as she committed to the program. She played almost every position this year and was in fact in line to play goalkeeper if we needed her to. She was a consistent force to be reckoned with on the field, and we are very excited that she has 3 years of soccer left. Our 2019 Rookie of the Year is Kayla Group.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I know. Our next award is our Coaches Award, which the coaching staff selected and we defined as the individual who best represented the program both on and off the field, supported, encouraged, and pushed their teammates, and was the true epitome of Gator soccer. The individual receiving this award is someone who's has been influential in this program's growth since she joined the team in 2016. She is not only a dual sport athlete, but is also a captain and a leader by example on and off the field. I think she did play every position this year, but that's just how good she is. The coaching staff and I were grateful to have her as one of this year's captains, and we are very excited to have her on the team for one more year, as we know she will continue to accomplish great things. Our 2019 Coaches Award recipient is Lauren Pardell. Our final award for the evening is our Most Valuable Player Award. For those of you who followed the soccer program this year, you know we would not have been as successful as we were without this individual. This past season, she scored a team-high 14 goals and added on 3 assists. She was also top 5 in the CSAC conference in shots for the season, goals, points, and game-winning goals. Throughout her career as a Gator, she has broken several school records. She was also top 5 in the record books in the following categories: goals in a game, points in a game, and goals in a career. She's finished her soccer career with 50 goals and 11 assists. I could go on and on about what a great player she is and all the things she's done for this program, but I have to stick with the time limit before David pushes me off. Just know that this player has made their mark on the program for years to come and will be greatly missed. Our 2019 MVP is Megan Connor.
You're working hard.
Thank you all for your support, and Emily, David, and I are really proud of this group, and we're excited for what the future holds for the soccer program. Thank you.
Thank you, Lexi. It's now time to introduce the 2019 tennis team. This season, the tennis team earned 2 postseason honors, including 1 named to the second team All-CSAC, a feat that has not been accomplished since their 2007 season. This year's tennis team members are first-year members Isa Delasta, Samantha Granis, Ellie Silcott, and Gabby Torres. Second-year members Ayana Johnston, Nene Oduku, Sita Portillo, Bedia Rai, and Davida Rogers. And now, in her first season, the tennis team head coach Jackie Burr, joined by her assistant Monisha Davis.
Thank you to all students, parents, administrators, trainers, faculty, and staff that helped make this season special. And thank you to my players who accepted me in my first year as head coach and my horrible van singing on several road trips. Special congratulations to Isa Delasta, who was named to the second team All-CSAC, and Nene Oduku, who was named to CSAC All-Sportsmanship Team. Our team was also the 2019 recipient of the CSAC 3D Award. And now on to our team awards. Our unsung hero is actually not here tonight, but The Unsung Hero Award recognizes students who have positively influenced the program behind the scenes. And our unsung hero was Sam Granis, but she is not here. But our great match moment this year came during a doubleheader. And if any of you have ever been to a tennis doubleheader, the minimum amount of games you can play is 32, so it takes forever. And Davida Rogers clinched our win for that match. So. And then for our MVP award, the winner of this award should encompass dedication to the team, putting teammates and coaches first, maximum effort at the player's position, and contribution to the team being victorious. And honestly, I could have given it to any one of these girls because each of them contributed in their own way, some way, several times throughout the season in more ways than I can count. But statistically, our MVP for most wins this year was Issa DeLasta. And thank you so much. I'm just so proud of everything this team accomplished. At the beginning of the year, I think I had maybe 1 or 2 players at practice, and now I have 9. So we grew throughout the year in numbers and in skill and in dedication to becoming a better athlete. So thank you, girls.
And finally, it wouldn't be a Notre Dame athletic event if Coach Gizzi didn't get time to talk. So at this point, it's now time to introduce the 2018-19 basketball team, a group who worked day in and day out to earn the program's first CSAC playoff berth. This year's basketball team members are managers Kalena Colley and Shay Sidur. Everybody's coming on up. First-year members, Vanessa Dunn, Deja Fitchett, Jasmine Gardner, Brianna Gibson, Jaya Green, Candy Harrison, Steph Long, Macy Lopez, and Jen Ono. Second-year members, Kiera Dawson, Taylor Epps, and Adriana Fletcher. And fourth-year members, Tina Moutier and Justice Walrath. And now in his 3rd season, basketball head coach Tom Gizzi. He is joined today by his assistants, Kaylin Wynn, Candace Hendricks, and Mike Buchanan.
Thank you, David. They certainly didn't save the best for last, but maybe the longest for last. Catherine promised me 30 minutes. I'm only going to take 25. So I'm actually going to get comfortable. Put my sneakers right there. So you'll see in a couple minutes. So what a great year to be a fearless Gator, right? Some CSAC championships. Henry volleyball team, great job. Congratulations. Women's lacrosse, congratulations and good luck this coming weekend. And all the record-setting seasons that we had this year. On behalf of the women's basketball program, I'd like to thank the athletic administration for a fantastic year and all the support. In particular, our game operations and our sports information director, with David and Catherine. I'd like to thank Vince and the athletic trainers for keeping us taped up and ready to go every single day. I'd like to thank my 3 really good friends that any one of them could be the head coach of this program, but Kaylin Wynn, Candace Hendricks, and Mike Buchanan. I couldn't do this without you guys. I'd like to thank the managers, which made our every day much easier. So Cal, Shay, Rusty, great job. Couldn't have done it without you. And most importantly, I like to thank the student athletes, the women's basketball players. It was not the CSAC postseason tournament for the first time. It wasn't finally having a women's basketball player on the all-CSAC team. It wasn't the weekly awards that these student athletes earned. It wasn't the 13-12 winning record for the first time in a long time in the regular season. It wasn't even the player that was in the final conversation at the last moment for Rookie of the Year in the entire CSAC. It wasn't the fact that we were 0-4 and then won 13 out of 20. It wasn't. What it was about was our two seniors that have been with us from day one. It was about our 0 juniors. And if you've ever coached basketball, you'll understand how significant that is. It was about our 3 emerging leaders, our 3 great sophomores who were our first recruits. And it's about the 9 awesome freshmen that we have to build this program on and continue the legacy. Really, it was really about growth and transition. You know, we talk about, not about plays and staggered screens and rebounds, we talk about selfless culture. Coming every day to the gym with character. Developing team chemistry. Developing team and individual competencies. We call that, those things, those attributes, we call that 2 feet. Right? We symbolize that with 2 feet. Right? That's what it means. When your 2 feet are in the gym, that's what you stand for. And that expresses itself with rebounds, points, basketball things. Right? Because at the end of the day, the points, the 3-pointers, they're great in that moment. But it's the culture, the character, the chemistry, and the competency that will carry you on to the next phase of life. That's a really important experience for our student athletes to leave NDMU with. So I'd like to move on to the individual awards. So our most improved player had a very different role in the beginning of the year that she did at the end of the year. Very different in the beginning of the year than she had in high school. And from that role, that very different role in October to being a finalist and deep in the conversation for CSAC Rookie of the Year was an incredible journey of growth and transition, which epitomizes what these student athletes stand for. So our most improved player of this year is Deja Fitchin. Come on, you guys gotta come up. Our second of 3 awards is our team MVP. And again, pretty tough to make that decision. But this year's MVP had 0 accolades in the CSAC, was not in any leading statistical categories. Matter of fact, she would call me somewhere on the BWI Parkway, say, "I'm on my way, coach," because she was working for Lockheed Martin and the NSA, supporting a 3.41 GPA. So I call this girl the glue. She held us together. She by far was our most valuable basketball player on the floor every day. There were so many different days that Justice could have quit or Justice could have ended her career after 1st, 2nd, 3rd surgery. Incredible culture, incredible character, catalyst for team chemistry, and her competency grew every year. So our team MVP, by far, Justice Walrath. Our last award, some coaches will call the Coaches Award, we refer to as our 2 Feet Award, our Gator 2 Feet Award, which embodies everything that we stand for in front of you here today. like Justice, this senior could have ended her career many, 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 many days. Taped up, braced up, you name it, you name it. The journey that Tina has gone through in her time here is incredibly remarkable. And in discussing her journey at our coaches meeting, she is the reason we all coach, right? To watch her journey and watch her maturation process. So and again, this is the most important award to our entire program because it embodies everything that we try to talk about every single day. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce this year's Coaches Award, our 2 Feet Award winner, Tina Moutier. Last thing I'd like to say is thank you to all the parents for coming out to our games, traveling with us. The support in the stands all year was great for our student athletes. Thank you and have a great summer.
We actually tell him that he only has 5 minutes to speak, knowing that he will go over. But we all know the passion that Coach Gizzi has for his team, so thank you for sharing that with us. Passion for Notre Dame athletics is also something these next students have in common. So without further ado, we'd like to recognize our senior student athletes. Their commitment and leadership to their teams is to be commended. Would our senior student athletes please come to the front to receive your Notre Dame Gators and watch and t-shirt when I call your name. It's not a watch t-shirt, it's 2 separate things. I'd like to now welcome Sister Sharon Sleer, Renee Bostic, to come to the stage to help hand out these awards, as well as President Mary Lou Yam. Seniors, you can come up and be ready on stage as I call your name. From soccer, Megan Connor and Lily Gordon. From volleyball, Rissel Taganis. From basketball, Tina Moutier. From lacrosse, Kirsten McGee. From tennis, Davida Rogers. From softball, Maya Lazaro. And our 2 sports student athletes from basketball and outdoor track and field, Justice Walrath. From field hockey and lacrosse, Peace Ani, Kayla Becker, and Megan Morales. And from field hockey and softball, Sammy Kastner and Hunter King. I would also like to mention of our 13 seniors being recognized tonight, 6 of our student athletes dedicated their time to multiple sports throughout their career. Justice, Meg, Kayla, Peace, Sammy, and Hunter, we thank you. I can hand them to you.
out, y'all.
Oh, shoot. No, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say to my fellow seniors and future alums, I wanted to briefly tell you about a project that I've been working on this past semester. In an effort to keep our Gators family closely connected past graduation, keep a lookout for our Notre Dame student athlete group on social media. We would like to have a resource that allows us to stay connected and unified so we can better support the current student athletes after we're gone. With the constant advancements in technology, following our Gators near and far becomes more and more viable. Thank you.
Thank you, Meg. At this point in our program, we would normally start with our departmental awards. We would instead like to acknowledge the outstanding feat that happened this past year, not once, but twice. I would like to invite our senior members of our staff who are already up here, as well as our volleyball and lacrosse teams to the stage. So please make your way to the stage. You can walk by me, it's okay. Walk behind me, start the train, go behind me, go behind me, go behind me. It has been an honor to be a part of the outstanding seasons you both just had, and I'm sure your coaches are immensely proud of all the hard work you put in from beginning to end. Your dedication to your team and sport does not go unnoticed, and we would like to make sure that all of you never forget the first two championships that you have brought to Notre Dame in the CSAC era. You both had incredible journeys to earn your CSAC championships. Volleyball paved their way to a dominant sweep of Keystone back in October. Lacrosse had a slightly different path with an overtime thriller victory at Bernathen in the semifinals and a blowout as underdogs again against Keystone just 3 days ago. A special congratulations to freshman Stephanie Organ for being Notre Dame's first two-time CSAC champion. Aside from bringing up both teams back on stage for some more recognition, we do have one more surprise for you. Now, this is just the first step, and the real thing is on the way. Just know that now you will never forget that you were part of a CSAC championship team. Now, that has a nice ring to it. Go ahead.
Thank you. You can step down now. Thanks.
I'm okay. Congratulations. Thank you. Wait, so like stuff gets two?
On behalf of the faculty and administration, congratulations to all of our student athletes. We are so very proud of you. Special thanks to our phenomenal coaches. It has been an absolutely wonderful athletic season for Notre Dame. Thanks to the work of our coaches, athletic staff, and terrific leadership in our athletic director, Renee Bostic. So please join me in a round of applause for all of those special folks. And I'm so inspired by tonight and the successes that we've had this past year that I can't wait for next season. So go Gators. Thank you.
Thank you, President Yam. And once again, a round of applause for the 2018 CSAC Volleyball and 2019 Lacrosse champions, your Notre Dame Gators. It is now time to present our 4 departmental awards. First, we would like to present the Gator Spirit Award. The Gator Spirit Award is a department award that began in 2015 that first honored Becca Brzezinski, who was a valued member of the Notre Dame Athletics Department, as a 4-year student worker. Since 2015, the Gator Spirit Award is presented to any non-student athlete who makes significant contributions to the athletic department. It's my honor to, this year's Gator Spirit Award winner, is my honor to bring up Ken and Rusty Robinson. It's my honor to present this award to Ken and Rusty. Both of these hardworking gentlemen are a key part of our Gator family. Ken joined the Notre Dame Public Safety Team in 2017 and has lived on campus with his son Rusty until this past winter. Ever since coming to this campus, they have been involved and supported our student athletes in many ways. You can see them both at almost all of our sporting events cheering on the Gators, whether Ken is working or not. Ken, as you may have seen, is one of our van drivers. Not only does he support the Gators at home, but he leads the cheering section at away games. Ken and Rusty both jump to help make any event a better experience. They have both helped me out personally multiple times. Rusty serves as a ball runner for our soccer and volleyball teams. He is also a key part of the basketball program. His excitement for the team is obvious, and it showed with his transformation from sweats and a t-shirt to a full-blown suit on the sidelines. These two show passion for our department, and their care for our student athletes is evident. I am proud to give them both this award as part of our Gator family. We are so lucky to have you on our team. Ooh, someone found out. Our second departmental award this evening is the Sister Patricia McLaughlin Award, which is given each year to the most outstanding underclass student athlete. At this time, I would like to recognize all nominees for this award. Please stand when I call your name. From softball and volleyball, sophomore Jody Bronishaw. From field hockey, freshman Kelsey Campbell. From tennis, freshman Issa DeLasta. From basketball, freshman Deja Fitchett. From track and field and basketball, freshman Brianna Gibson. From soccer and lacrosse, junior Lauren Pardo. And from volleyball, sophomore Sarah Sweet. It's my pleasure to announce the winner of this year's Sister Patricia McLaughlin Award to sophomore Sarah Sweet, volleyball. Sophomore Sarah Sweet is a 2-year member of the Notre Dame volleyball team. In her second consecutive year receiving this award, Sarah helped the Gators to the program's first Colonial States Athletic Conference championship. In her second season, she was named the CSAC Player of the Year, the first Player of the Year recognition for the program. She was also named to the first team All-CSAC for her second consecutive season. She finished ranked second in the CSAC for kills per set with 3.49. She was first in aces per set in the CSAC with 1.03, which was also good for first in the NCAA. The team finished the season second ranked in the nation for aces per set with 3.65 with her help. She was also named to the CSAC All-Academic Team and a SAC Volleyball Representatives. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Sister Patricia McLaughlin Outstanding Underclass Student Athlete, Sarah Sweet. Tonight's next award is the Mary Laverty Funke Award for Spirit, Dedication, and Scholarship. Nominees have at least a 3.0 GPA and display outstanding dedication to the athletics department, their team, and mission of the university. At this time, I would like to recognize all the nominees for this award. Please stand when your name is called. From volleyball, sophomore Hannah Amodia. From cross country and track and field, sophomore Hannah Campbell. From tennis, freshman Issa Delasta. From soccer and lacrosse, junior Lauren Pardo. From soccer, junior Colette Pierce. From field hockey and lacrosse, sophomore Michaela C. And from basketball and track and field, senior Justice Walrath. It's my pleasure to introduce the winner of this year's Mary Laverty Funke Award to sophomore Hannah Amodia, volleyball. Hannah is a second-year member of the Notre Dame volleyball team. Hannah serves an essential role for the volleyball team as a defensive and serving specialist. Her contributions to athletics go beyond the court, as she is a volleyball SAC representative and will serve as next year's SAC president. She is a constant supporter of her teammates and fellow student athletes at Notre Dame. She never hesitates to help out all her peers in any way she can. She was an active participant in many SAC events this year, including the Polar Plunge in Lehigh Valley in support of Special Olympics. She's a student worker for athletics and is always around the athletics office, willing to pitch in wherever she is needed. She demonstrates the desire for personal growth in her academic and athletic settings. When the department needs additional student workers, she is one of the first to be called. She has been a reliable asset to the department in just 2 short years. Her enthusiasm for the department is always noticed, including her positive spirit and personality, especially when it comes to poking fun at me. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Mary Laverty Funke Award winner for Spirit, Dedication, and Scholarship, Hannah Amodia. Our final award tonight is the Sister Bernice Feilinger Award, which recognizes the outstanding accomplishments of a senior student athlete during her tenure at Notre Dame. At this time, I would like to recognize all the nominees for this award. Please stand when your name is called. From soccer, Megan Connor. From field hockey and softball, Sammy Kastner. From field hockey and lacrosse, Megan Morales. From basketball, Tina Moutier. From tennis, Davida Rogers. And from volleyball, Rissel Taganis. This year's Sister Bernice Feilinger Award goes to senior Megan Morales, field hockey and lacrosse. Senior Megan Morales is a 4-year member of the Notre Dame field hockey and lacrosse teams. She has finished an impressive career at Notre Dame, earning several Colonial States Athletic Conference postseason honors in both sports. In field hockey, she finished her career with 6 conference recognitions, including being named to the first, second, honorable mention, and all sportsmanship teams. In her freshman year, she was named the CSAC Rookie of the Year. She holds several Notre Dame records in field hockey and lacrosse. In lacrosse, she concluded her conference career being named to the CSAC Player of the Year, while also earning first-team All-CSAC recognition. In her senior season, she was a dominant force for the Gators, leading the conference in goals, points, shots, and draw controls per game. She has recorded over 300 career points and 200 career goals. Just this past weekend, she posted her 100th goal of the season. In her CSAC championship game against Keystone, she was named MVP of the game. Her postseason honors for lacrosse include CSAC Rookie of the Year, 3-time first-team All-CSAC, and 1-time second-team All-CSAC. She is an 8-time All-CSAC academic team member and the Notre Dame SAC treasurer for the past 3 years. Morales will wrap up her career at Notre Dame as the most decorated player in the CSAC era. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Sister Bernice Feilinger Outstanding Senior Student Athlete, Megan Morales. Whenever you're done, the picture's yours.
On behalf of Notre Dame of Maryland University, athletic department, and our community, we would like to congratulate all of our student athletes on their outstanding seasons, and good luck to them. To all of our graduating seniors in their future endeavors, and we look forward to working with them and our returning students. Good luck on your exams, and see you in August. So I have just one more thing, because that was my script. Now I get to go off script. Again, so excited for this year, so excited for next year. We thanked our student athletes. We also want to thank our coaches for the outstanding jobs that they do, for the long hours, for the late nights, for driving vans, for doing all those things. So we want to give them a round of applause if we could do. We also want to give a shout out to our 2 people in the office who put in a whole lot of work to put this ceremony together so that everybody could have an enjoyable evening. Let's give it up for Catherine and David. And we want to give it up also to a lovely administration who supports all of our endeavors, President Yam, Sister Sharon. So let's give it up for them. And all of our faculty members, too, who support us. And Jocelyn is one of them, and then also Melissa. So thank you all for your support. For any mothers out there, I also want to say Happy Mother's Day, because this is my opportunity to say that. I'm going to bring David up to close us out, but thank you again for all your support.
As we close our ceremony tonight, I'd like to thank a few more members of our Notre Dame family. To the parents, families, and friends and fans, we are truly grateful for your support, especially to those who travel and cheer on our athletic teams on the road. It's been touched on a couple times tonight, but in honor of Mother's Day this weekend, please join me for a round of applause, and can I have all our mothers stand as we honor them tonight? All the moms, I know there's some out there. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and we wish you a safe and relaxing summer. I can't mic drop. Stephanie Morgan, I know you have 2 rings, so can I have one?